Now this is crazy because we had a full-on debate about this on the 100th episode. You can go back and check that, the New Year's Eve episode. No, or New Year's Day episode, excuse me. 50 Cent recently put out a post yesterday. I screenshot it. He said, "Hey, Meech, who is Tammy?" So if you're not up on what's going on, for the longest, since Big Meech has been released, somebody from St. Louis who's related to Cuffy, which is a guy who was connected with BMF, and he's locked up doing 27 years right now. And they threw out, hey, he's locked up because of Big Meech. Big Meech, third party snitched on him to get his sentence cut. And Blue Da Vinci just recently did an interview on Cam Capone where he had Cuffy called in from federal prison and really break down the story. Now, you can go to Cam Capone's platform and watch that to get exact detail for detail. I'm going to kind of summarize it. So Cuffy gets hit with conspiracy, 2 murder charges, and some gun charges, which is, I guess, unrelated to the BMF drug conspiracy. So there was this special agent, Jack Harvey, who was on the case. Boom, boom, boom. He gets Cuffy to take a deal on 2 gun charges to drop the murder charges, and he retires. No, excuse me. No. Yeah, he retires. And this other agent takes over the case, Keith Cromer. Now, he takes over where the other agent left off, and I guess he was working with Tammy Collins, who is the CI, the female. And she did such a good job on another case, he put her on the BMF case. So Meech, I guess, gets in contact with Tammy, whatever. She got the rights to BMF and everything. I believe she hooked up with 50 to get the movie deal and the show and everything. So apparently, according to the people in St. Louis, she working for Meech. She's working for Meech. Meech basically fed her info on dude that's locked up 27 years, whatever the case. In return, Meech is supposed to get his sentence cut, his time reduced. But the reason he didn't get it reduced is because Tammy Collins and Special Agent Keith Cromer starts having a sexual relationship, which now makes everything that she told the special agent not credible because it's illegal. You can't not have any type of relation with a damn CI. So that gets dropped. Meech has to do all his time, blase blah. Now, Meech gets out. Oh, let me backtrack. Before Meech gets out, Southwest T, Meech's brother, gets out. He goes and hooks up with Preem's son. If you know who Preem's son is, that's like 50's arch rival, his arch nemesis. Preem's dad, you feel me? The big drug dealer from New York. Him and 50 had beef. A lot of shit that happened to 50 is tied to Preem. So y'all can run back that history. If you're a fan of 50, you already know all that history. So his brother goes over there, stands next to 50's enemy. Meech gets out. And while Meech is in there, 50 gets the BMF show going, turns Meech's son into a household name, a superstar, basically turns him into a millionaire. You feel me? He sets Meech up to come out to have money in his pocket and got Meech looking like a superstar. Meech gets out, hooks up with Rick Ross, 50 Cent's op. Rick Ross is set to perform for Big Meech on some type of big BMF concert, coming home type of thing. So both of the Meech brothers hooked up with 50's ops, and 50 been out here trooping for their entire family, set their entire family up. Yeah. So what we doing with this? And 50 just now exposes that there may be some truth to that Meech snitching story. So I got questions. Did 50 know this before he did the BMF show? Or did he see them being disloyal and start digging and came up on the information?
I think a lot of that, 50 gonna do his homework for one. And if you saying she worked with him, and he had to know. The Blue Da Vinci been doing interviews long before Meech got out about this same situation. So whether it's true or not, I don't really know until I see the work myself. But if they're stamping it like it is, and if 50 had to know, he had to do his homework on Meech, and he been knowing about it. So it could be 50 got something else about to go on. So he's catching traction. 50's a smart, strategic person. So I don't really know if he's really feeling too salty about it. And then it goes back to what we were just saying on AD and them show about, does Meech really owe 50 loyalty?
That's my question. Like,
does he owe him loyalty? Like I'm coming back home. You know, he don't know what type of connection he probably had with Ross for so long, even though that's far-fetched, but Ross might have offered him a bag.
But that's why I took the stance I took on Fig Community. Y'all can go watch that episode too. We was on 205 where I said, hey, if I got two parties that I don't know and one party's dropping millions of dollars in my lap, I'm loyal to you now.
Is 50 and Meech connected like that, like from the past?
No, they're not connected like that. 50 said he ran into him when they was on their run, but he knew what they was already doing. So he didn't want to be connected because he knew eventually the feds were coming because the way they was moving was too loud. So he kind of,
So
stayed
50
away.
came in, got the rights to the story.
No, Meech wanted 50
He
wanted 50 to be the one to do the story.
So they have some sort of connection.
Now, he just seen 50 the way he did Power, the way he did a lot of his different shows. He felt like 50 would be the perfect person to organize his show. But at the end of the day, Meech is a businessman at heart, from what we know.
Okay.
So it's like,
Is 50 in the wrong?
Huh?
Is 50 in the wrong for bringing it to light at this point?
I mean, I can't say you right or wrong for it, but it just make you look crazy if you knew about it before and then now you
that was my
to do
question.
it.
Did he know about it before? Did you find out after?
Motherfucker, if you gonna hold on to information until you get done that way, and then you want to expose it, you're not a real nigga in that sense, bro.
If you knew before,
If
still
you knew
did the
before
show.
and still did the show.
Okay, so what if he started doing the show and then Cuffy's people is like, hey, 50, what the fuck? Why you doing? Look.
Well, maybe that's
and
why
the
we
show
haven't
is
got
already
season 3.
Nah, because he said this season is going to be the last season. He said the show is a wrap. He has something else in the works for them, like some type of spinoff or so. Oh, mind you, he sent Lil Meech to acting school because Lil Meech couldn't act worth for shit. So
Still
50
can't.
50 paid to send him to acting school to
Lil Meech
pay
did
his
all right.
pops.
He can't act.
He can't act.
I ain't gonna lie. I liked him in there though. He did all right.
Listen, Cuz belong on Tubi.
It's cool. Nah, he better than Tubi.
Come on, Cuz.
Meech is better than
Nah,
Tubi.
he did his
man.
thing on BMF. I ain't gonna lie. I never seen him in another role.
Me either. So
He
I
did his thing on
can't
BMF.
The
justify
only thing
that.
that nigga did good on BMF is flirt with bitches.
I
Cuz.
couldn't.
Come on, Cuz.
That's it.
Cuz did all
I
right,
agree with
man.
bro. He
All
was
that
whatever.
other shit, Cuz couldn't even dive behind a car right. When
Crazy.
First of all,
my
Cuz,
God.
hey,
Okay, so
tell
tell
how
me
it
this.
was, Cuz.
So
You
tell
know
me
what?
this. Who's in the wrong here? 50 or Big Meech?
I can't speak and say neither one is
Nah,
wrong.
we gotta
Okay,
pick.
so
that's
for
what I'm
sure
saying.
Big
No,
Meech is
okay,
wrong
okay,
for.
can y'all-
Let me say what I'm gonna say.
Nah, don't pick one.
You saying no because it ain't no. It's a perspective. It don't mean you right or wrong.
So in your perspective,
I'm just gonna say for me, in my opinion, what I would have done, I would have just kept fucking with 50 at the end of the day. You didn't help my son do what he needed to do as far as getting through school and all that. At that point, me, naturally how I am, I probably wouldn't have did all that. But Nietzsche is a grown man. To say he wrong to go, because he making some money about, for whatever, y'all ain't got no real beef. Y'all ain't gonna kill each other.
No, that nigga
Y'all-
wrong.
we
for
don't know.
Third party
We don't know
snitching.
how
Yeah, that
deep
part
they
is for sure
go.
crazy.
Like he wrong.
I'm
for
talking about
third
Ross and
party
50. They not
snitching.
finna whack each other. They done been in events together.
Nah.
Do we have
Yeah.
I'm
Meech?
saying it been physical violence between them. They beat up Gunplay at the awards, so
Yeah,
they done
I
already
remember
had
that.
shit in the streets cracking.
Do we have Meech being like on camera saying he was super appreciative for what 50 did? Like, how did that come about? How did that go?
I believe he came out and said he was appreciative for what he did. This is my thing.
No, you answer
Pick
your
us up.
question.
Hold on.
Which one
Because
is it?
because could
okay,
it be
I'll
that
answer.
could it be that
I'll
50
answer.
being rich and he has a position of leverage where he said, okay, I'm gonna help you out, I'm gonna do this, but now he might be starting to feel like he has control over what Meech does outside of jail because of what he did, and wouldn't that be kind of weird in a way if you did know it, and now that he went over there with Ross, you're gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna expose you now.
That was my only question was, at what point did he find this information out? If he
Right.
knew the whole time, he bunked for that. Because now,
Bunk as fuck.
you know what I'm saying? It's
Who's
like,
right and who's wrong? Like you said, nigga.
okay, so which situation? Him knowing the
No,
whole
what you
time?
know?
or him
Whatever
not
you
knowing?
just asked us.
I'm going on the limb to say 50 didn't know from the jump.
Who's right and who's wrong?
Meech is dead ass wrong.
Yeah, for third.
I don't
party
give a
snitching.
fuck what y'all. No, we gonna get to the snitching part. For what he did, he's dead ass wrong. I go out of my way to create a show about your life. You just a fucking drug dealer. I turned you into a hero. Everybody didn't know your story. I flipped it, turned you to a household name, made you a hero in the eyes of the people, turned your son into a damn superstar, took money out of my own damn pocket to send him to acting school so he can get the shit right. Got this shit on a major network. I got you set up. You straight.
Mm-hmm.
You get out and go fuck with my op?
Yeah.
Because he did a song and said, I think I'm Big Meech. What has this nigga done? I don't want to hear behind the scenes. We only talking what he done publicly.
You don't know
Come
if
on, bro.
Ross was his CEO or not. Nigga, you don't know what the fuck that nigga behind them walls, nigga. You know how many cell phones this nigga could have passed this nigga, bro? Like 50 gotta even understand that. It's hard behind them walls, man. And then the nigga come home and I don't know.
On
He's
camera, it
still
looks
wrong,
like
though.
50 and
He's
Meech
still
have a
wrong.
better relationship than Meech and Ross.
I don't even listen. What someone did behind the scenes, we can't speculate on. That's a what if. We know for a fact what 50 did.
Yeah,
But
that's a fact.
what is it when is it coming to play what Meech want? Like if what are Meech actions? Like if he's saying I fuck with Ross more, then when do we take
Nigga,
that?
don't
as
nobody give
Ross
a fuck
did-
about what Meech
You get what I'm
want, nigga.
saying?
If your son is already cracking, your son cracking off of the next man because you couldn't do it. You feel me? That's
Facts.
how I look at it.
So
No,
what-
his son is cracking because he's under Meech's name. Let's not act
Yeah.
like Meech didn't build his own household brand. And the only reason 50 even took interest to even do that is because
He
of
was
who
already who he
Meech
was.
is. So
No.
yes, it goes both ways. It's benefiting 50 pockets as much as it's benefiting Meech's
That's what I was
pockets.
trying to say.
You right.
No, he didn't build a household name for his son.
No,
I'm
I didn't say his son. I said
No,
Meech's
he-
name is the
Meech-
only reason 50 even accepted doing that.
Yeah,
he
him
wouldn't,
even
if
being
a
an
regular
actor.
person,
Yeah.
just a drug dealer right now, he
like
wouldn't have
that.
did
He
that.
right about
No,
that.
we agree. But I'm saying outside of being Little Meech, well, how did that benefit Little Meech? Without 50, nobody gives a fuck. Okay, you Little Meech, so what? Look at Preem has his son out here. He was just as big of a drug dealer.
He was not big as Big Meech.
Bro, his name is up there.
Nobody.
As far as
BMF
listen.
is way more bigger than Preem.
Yes, but as far as legendary status, Preem's name back then was up there in them ranks. Nigga, what are you talking about?
No, he's not, man.
He could easily do a story on Preem.
Meech is more like a.
You don't think he already had chili either?
Who?
Lil Meech.
I mean, from what wasn't
You don't
confiscated
have
by the
chili?
Fed?
Bro,
No, that nigga
Hey,
had
bro,
don't think so.
besides us knowing about 50 Cent, would have never heard of Preem.
Right.
Ever. Meech went worldwide with his shit. Preem was not doing that.
We wouldn't have heard of Preem because one, we on the West Coast. Two, we not dealing in inter trafficking drugs from the East Coast to the West Coast. The niggas who was knew Preem. And three, Preem wasn't moving like Meech. Preem wasn't putting billboards up. That nigga wasn't trying to be in the rap
So you proving my
videos
point.
and the smack DVDs. We only know Meech's name because they did some dumbass shit and exposed themselves. We didn't know. If Meech doesn't go on smack, if Meech doesn't try to be a rapper,
Record label.
a record label, if Meech doesn't put the billboard up, we don't know Meech either.
It don't, but he did do it. So we do know Meech. Preem didn't do it, so we don't know Preem.
But he's
that's
not-
my point. Meech is bigger than him. Regardless of how you want to look at it, the world knows Meech more than they know Preem.
Of course, but now they know Meech more because of 50. Let's not downplay that.
I'm not downplaying, but what I'm saying is it's just as much beneficial for 50 as it is for Meech. Maybe not Little Meech, but Big Meech, yes. His story, anybody would have took up on that story.
So if you did what 50 did for somebody, for Meech.
I already gave my point on
no,
that.
No, fuck that. You do exactly what 50 did. Meech get out and go fuck with your direct op. Whether it's serious or not, he knows this your op. And you just scrolling one day and he on the January.
I'm not gonna then go and like shine a light on something else though. Because that's almost snitching in a way as well. I'm staying out of everything. You gonna get caught how you get caught. If you are a snitch or you iffy, you fake, that's gonna happen regardless. I'm not gonna then be the nigga to say, oh, who is Tammy Collins?
And you talking about an op,
That
like,
don't make sense to me.
regardless, if I said for me, I wouldn't have did what Meech did. But you're saying op like Ross is not no street nigga. This nigga was a correctional officer that we knew that's turned rapper, business deal. Now, that's a different story. He's not no nigga that's 50 finna see and get cracking on.
We don't know that.
We know.
No,
Nigga,
we don't.
They've been living in the industry
No,
together
we
for
don't.
how long?
How long have they? When have they been in the same building?
50 already have said,
When they been in the same building?
man, I can't just give you a fucking
The
calculation.
one
We know
time
these
we
niggas
saw
at
them
events
together,
together.
what happened? They
Gunplay.
got cracking.
Who got
G-Unit
cracking? Who got when has that situation
The
ever happened
one
to Ross?
time they ran across them niggas
Gunplay got cracking.
because they didn't see Ross.
Yeah.
Gunplay got cracking.
No, he didn't. They got cracking on him.
Yeah. They whooped his ass.
Okay.
It was footage.
The one time they crossed paths, G, when they got cracking on them niggas.
Y'all gonna really believe that these niggas ain't never seen each other ever.
I've
50
never
was on
seen
an
it.
airplane with Ja Rule, his biggest op, and didn't do nothing.
He already put hands on him before.
What do you mean? This is your biggest op. You
I
gonna put
already
hands on him
won.
again?
Wait.
For what? I won.
That nigga bought all the front row of his show, cuz. That nigga didn't want no smoke, nigga.
It was on Ja Rule to put hands on him at this point. I
Facts.
ended your career.
My
nigga.
whole point
What else
is you
could
can
you're
be
done.
around them and
not-
exactly.
and not
It's not
have
that
no-
serious.
Y'all
That's my
cap,
point.
bro.
Ain't no cap,
He
bro.
he owes loyalty to 50. I don't care what nobody say. And fuck what Trinidad James said. Exposing a rat is not ratting. I don't give a fuck what. I don't know how y'all came to this.
Exposing a rat
Exposing
is
a
not
rat
ratting.
can never be ratting. You're supposed to let niggas know who ratting. Oh, listen, I ain't telling who tell it because it's telling. No, it's not. Dumbass nigga. When you go to prison, they read your paperwork. If it's bad, they tell every yard. When he land to that yard, get him out of there. He's no good. So y'all gotta stop running behind these rap niggas.
Mm-hmm.
I just think it's strange for 50 to do it now. To me, I think he already knew. I'm gonna keep it 100, and he profited. And when it wasn't good no more, he did what he did. Because it's 50, right? He plays chess, not checkers. 48 laws of power. He wants to completely destroy his enemy. Bro is a petty nigga. This is what he, to me, that's why he did what he did, because Meech got out and then, did what he did. But he already knew. This is something that niggas for sure already knew. This is not, to us is new, right? But I'm sure to the niggas that's been locked up for 25 years, they've been saying the same thing. So there's no way he did not know.
Who else is performing for Meech or was supposed to? It was
You
just
got-
Ross?
Nah, you gotta go watch the promo video. He named a bunch of names. I think 2-1 Savage. Matter of fact, I don't even want to say nobody's name because if you go watch the promo video, they actually say the names. All I'm saying is what Meech did was bunk to me. Nigga, this nigga put you on. If you would have got out of jail, who else would have did what 50 did for you? Ross did not go create BMF series for you. He didn't pay for your son to go to acting school. No, he didn't have to do that.
That nigga didn't even open a wing stop in your name. Damn. That nigga didn't do shit.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
like,
nah,
what are we
but
doing?
Cud-
Listen,
crazy.
Cud did bullshit with
Yeah.
that. But at the end of the day, I'm just looking at it. This ain't me. Like I said, I wouldn't have did it. I would have been rocking with 50 and I wouldn't have fucked with it. But should 50 have been mad if Ross really dropped a bag on him? Because we seen rappers. We seen T Grizzly and them pull up on Meech, drop a bag on him, had whips and all type of shit for him. Not saying that. I understand it's his direct, supposedly op and all that shit.
But that's because them niggas is from his city.
I know, but they're not the only ones though. I'm just saying.
Dropping the bag, no.
Would he been wrong for taking a bag from Ross?
Taking the bag, no. But getting in a promo video,
yes.
saying, yeah, man, pull up to this concert benefiting Ross, you dead ass wrong. 50 looking at it from a street aspect. He keep telling you niggas, if this is my op, we took all they work, robbed them, got them niggas off the block, and then you come resupply them with work, and I've been supplying you with work, you're an op now.
Yeah.
Why you supplying the niggas and we just stripped them niggas?
You just put that shit in drug dealer terms, and he should understand that.
Nigga, the reason
You
you
did that.
on,
Hey, get Big Meech on the phone right now. Hey, the homie gotta holler at cuz. Like,
the reason you're on is because I'm giving you work and keeping you on. But you gonna go behind my back and supply some niggas that's trying to shut this down?
that nigga
But
big.
you're saying Meech.
Big Meech.
You using Meek. You see now. You using Meech as a point like he doesn't have like more of a boss mentality.
No, nigga.
But this is what I'm saying. We don't know how if that nigga came home had money. We don't know what he really got.
Nah,
other
he
things
had
he got
money.
going
Of
on.
course
Don't
he
get
had
me
money
wrong.
stashed away.
Don't get me wrong, he had money, but he didn't have no morals and integrity when he came home. Because
Did he?
At the end, he did not.
Talk
because,
about it.
Because at the end of the day, that's me saying this, bro. If a nigga, that's like me saving your life, right? And then you come home, and then the same nigga I just saved you from, you just go back over there and go fuck with this nigga like it's nothing.
Let me say this. So Meech, when he came up, he had the mentality that he had niggas from every city that was in BMF, right?
Right.
Crips and Bloods, enemies together.
Right.
So how do you y'all think his mentality is just gonna change now? He's like, nigga, I don't beef with nobody.
His actions show
in his
it did.
mind.
He
No.
did a lot of time in prison, bro. Niggas change. He might not be the same Meech.
I'm not gonna necessarily say they got a beef, but he don't gotta necessarily fuck with cuz.
So you don't know, y'all don't know nobody that fuck with our ops and still cool with y'all. They like, man, I don't gang bang. I don't fuck with neither one of y'all.
But you want to know it's crazy? nigga make a choice not to fuck with who they don't want to fuck with. And especially the way they fuck with them.
And
like,
this is the
it's
difference.
cool. It's cool to have that rapport where it's like, I know you, you know me, you know what I'm on. But
Cordial.
going over to actually interact with a nigga after all of that, I don't think it'll happen.
This the difference though.
Nah, it won't.
That
Yeah.
situation, it's already known. Like, okay, you fuck with dude. I knew this beforehand, so I'm
Right.
choosing to still fuck with you. Not you been in prison. I put your son on. I put your family on. Get your fucking life story on a major network. To where this show is rivaling huge shows like #1. It's not just some Tubi shit. That's fucking humongous. And then you get out and go stand next to him, and the only reason he's standing next to you is so he can be looked at as more street. Because niggas, oh yeah, CEO. This nigga saying Big Meech name don't know me. So now you standing next to him, certify him a little more.
But they both have motives. They both have
Yeah,
motives.
that's
the
how I'm
only
looking at
reason
it,
both of
personally.
them is fucking with him because of who he is. 50 is not going out on a limb doing all this if he does not know this is not beneficial at the end of the day. He's not just making moves like, hey, I want to bless you based off you being a nigga that just been down forever.
How do we know that?
I'ma
Nigga,
tell you
we
this.
know.
50
Nigga,
is
we know
50
that
like,
50,
hold
nigga.
on.
He
Hold
50.
on.
How many niggas that 50 blessed?
He blessed, but he know it's
thought of some
beneficial.
shit. I just thought of some shit. Maybe 50 stopped fucking with him with the third party snitching shit, and Ross became closer to him just because of that shit, bro. Maybe that.
It could be.
Maybe.
So then would Meech still be wrong? So with that insight, so with that type of insight, would he be wrong?
Yeah, hell yeah.
No, I'm saying if 50 stopped fucking with him like you said,
Yeah.
then would he still be wrong for going to get a bag with Ross?
Nah. Well, in that sense, you fucking with who fucking with you.
That's what I'm saying. But is he wrong now at that point? Because if we
Ross
look
is wrong now
Yeah.
because you fucking with a rat. If Meech is a rat.
I'm just saying Meech though.
If
Because
Meech,
our whole subject is about fucking with him. Now,
That's what I'm saying.
If it's like you said behind closed doors, 50 already cut this nigga off. He know this. Ross offered him a bag.
Hey,
then
on
now
my
it's
mama.
looking at it like that's a whole different angle now.
50 looking like what's my nigga name? Mitch. You know what I'm saying?
Money
Pay the
Mitch.
fool.
There's 17 keys in that bag.
No, you talking about
You
talking about
Cameron. Rico.
Rico.
Yeah.
17 bricks
16
right there.
bricks right there. Yeah.
Hey,
Who hit you
else
up,
did
eh?
8?
No, 50 is Mitch. He got shot down.
Oh, you said okay.
Did he really
Meech
get-
is Rico.
But this the thing though. Let's not act like that. Like I said, the Blue Da Vinci been saying this way long before Meech got out.
Mm-hmm.
So before you even went into
He was saying that he was a snitch.
yes, he was already saying all of this.
That's
So,
because they smutted Blue Da Vinci saying he
I'm
was
not
the
saying
snitch.
that though. But I'm
So
saying
nobody believed
No,
Blue.
it don't matter. What makes you believe it now?
Because Cuffy actually called
He
in
are,
himself.
and he had other people before this to back up his story. He's told this story multiple times.
Who looked into it?
It doesn't
50
matter who looked into it
knew.
now. This
Who-
is what I'm
who looked
saying.
into
though.
it?
Tammy Ben spoke up on us. What I'm saying.
Now
You know
it's
what
making sense because it looked
Look,
like he
they
knew.
said on the stand, Tammy did this to benefit Meech to get him a time cut. So all of this is in court documentation.
And have we? And none of us seen the documents.
No, none of us seen it. It's out. It's out there. But I think 50 might have knew.
He knew, bro. He just wanted the bread. And then
I
he's
think
like, you
50
gonna
might've
do
known.
this to me? All right, I'm gonna expose
but
you.
if that's the
what it
case,
was.
then y'all looking at 50 like this holy saint. Who's wrong? Is 50 wrong if he knew this nigga allegedly is a rat and you still went and fucked with
Me
him?
personally, I don't think 50 does anything for the personability of it. It's a business. Same
Business,
shit.
yeah.
He didn't come to Meech and be like, man, I'm gonna help you out because I respect you and I think it was
That
I'm
nigga
trying to make a
said-
bag.
I know you told him the nigga.
I'm trying to make a bag.
Nah,
and that's what it is.
Nah, but what I'm saying is,
trying to make it bad.
then that debunks
What I wanna
everything
do
that
is
he
be
just
a
was
helper.
saying. If that's the case, then how are y'all still looking at it like he owe him loyalty? If you only fucking with it for a business transaction, then Meech is making business
I
transactions.
don't, and that's my take on it. I think they're obviously the snitching shit is crazy, but
I ain't gonna
I
tell
think they
on
both
the
wrong.
niggas down there. It's a couple niggas that do their thing. I ain't gonna
I'm still
tell
I'm still gonna be the kid.
I ain't giving nobody from Harlem, B.
No, not
Hey,
nobody.
man,
Yeah.
my man's a cold
Cold
snitch.
nigga.
Hey, listen, going up in there and tell them people what you know now. Ain't come
Hey, and he still came back to Harlem and was really outside on niggas too.
yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. So,
Cuz came home and was still a king,
hey,
low
hey,
key.
hey,
King,
hey.
my ass
Till he
nigga
ran
should
into
have
the
trooped on
wrong
his ass.
YN.
You know what I'm saying? Spanked his ass.
But then some people saying that was fake. He faked this shit and he went back into the witness protection and they sent him somewhere else. So we don't know.
I don't believe that.
I don't know. I wasn't at the funeral.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
So I don't know. It's a possibility. But I'll say this. If 50 knew beforehand, from a street aspect, he's dead ass wrong.
Right.
From a business aspect, he's
Dead
genius.
ass genius.
So it just depends on what perspective you looking at it from. If you looking at it from a street aspect, he wrong. You fucking with a snitch, you put a snitch on, that's a no-go. That's against the code. 50's up here with millionaires and billionaires. I don't know if he's still looking at it that way.
You can't say
He
all
might
that.
be looking at
You
it from
can't
a
say everything you just sat here and said. They're telling somebody, is he looking at it this way or that way? No, you just sat here and said this is he has to be looking at it from a street perspective. You can't say that debunks everything you just
That
said.
don't debunk everything
Yes,
I
it
said.
do.
To me,
Hey,
he
how
was
does that
saying nigga
debunk-
because
that's
if you're not looking at it
Hey.
from a street way, then why are you mad that he's going to go do business with him?
He's the same
Because-
nigga that's siding with. Remember,
Hey.
50 the same nigga that's
This
siding
nigga
with Drake
wild,
and saying Drake didn't lose a battle
I don't-
and all of this other shit.
I don't like what they got going on over there. We got to jump down.
I don't like that shit. It
Yeah.
don't
Homie
because
straight
in
toe.
business, if Ross wins, that affects my business.
But my thing is, how can you say, okay, it's business for this, but then when you do
picking
something I
and
don't like,
choosing,
I'm gonna
yeah.
view it as the streets.
Yeah.
No,
This
I-
nigga
I'm-
just
You
he
right,
just petty,
you
bro.
right, you right.
50
He
is
pe-
petty, and he's been
50
showing it
petty
for
as
years
fuck.
and years,
and
bro.
that's why I feel like
He already knew.
he's just now telling this shit because you want to cut my bread supply off, bitch. I'm gonna be petty and tell the world that you a snitch. You feel me? Like that, it's fair exchange.
Nah, I
That's how I look
mean, you
at
got to think in business that high. What seems to be the motto is blackmail.
Yeah.
This is why the whole Epstein thing, the list ain't came out because we don't know who's on that list and who's being blackmailed. So once you get that high, it now becomes about power because you could walk away from a contract and just stop recording. Yeah, I might owe you, but if I never record again, so what? But if I got some blackmail hanging over your head, now I own you.
Right.
So that's why I think he knew, but never told Meech he knew. Because he like, look, if this nigga ever crossed me, it's a wrap.
Or
I
what
done
if he
made my
did?
bread over him.
What if he did? What if there was other businesses in talks like taking a story and he came in, hey, I got this dirt on you. You gonna give me your story. And I'm gonna take, because sending a nigga to acting school is not that much money.
Nigga, I don't care if it was $1, nigga. This ain't my son.
You right.
But it's an investment.
Yeah,
I don't give a fuck.
It's
That
an
nigga
investment.
Snoop, I
It's
don't
an
care.
investment.
That's all I'm
and
saying.
then it's like,
I
who else?
know he's seen the division. Oh, this is gonna be big. Get your ass in here. I need you to get this shit right. I need to
He
make sure
should
the
have made
actors
that
is
nigga
good.
wear some deodorant. Everybody was saying that nigga was funky than the motherfucker. All this money 50 made you walk around your right guard going left. What the fuck going on? Hey,
That's a bar.
hit the button on that nigga. That nigga, hey, look, for real, 50, you a real nigga, but you gotta start making your actors wear deodorant, man. Like, I
Nah,
don't know
that's
what
crazy.
this about.
We gonna see as the details emerge. This third party snitching shit is crazy. If Meech really did that, does this affect him?
If Meech did that, did he really tell or did the bitch tell?
No,
He told
Because he
bro.
told her in confidentiality, and she was getting served and wanted to help my nigga get out.
he made her a
'Cause-
rat in his race, obviously, but
You know what I'm
it still
saying?
was his intention to get a time cut. If that thing wouldn't have happened, then he would have been out.
Is the statement valid? So if she gave a statement and the statement is debunked because she fucked the dude, how did that affect the rest of them?
If you made the statement and it didn't work, it doesn't matter. You already made the statement.
Yeah, if she made the statement though, so what are they saying?
No, they're saying
that he told her to do it.
Yes.
But they was already saying that she was already a snitch. They brought her to get on his case, so she was already doing her homework to snitch anyway.
It doesn't matter.
I know, but
You
do they have
agreed to
paperwork
work with her.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I need to see. I need to see the paperwork showing that Meech knew she was a CI and he chose to work with her.
No, this is the thing. Even if he didn't know she was a CI, he was willing to allow her to be a CI then in his defense.
For the time
How
cut.
do I
Man.
know this though?
All this shit coming out season 4. Y'all stay tuned to BMF, okay?
It's speculation right now.
I know.
And I'm sure it's paperwork out there. I'm not going out of my way to go get it because I don't give a fuck. But I'm just saying, from Cuffy's side, Cuffy is the guy that's locked up doing 27 years.
With
He's
that
the
name,
one
Cuffy.
saying, Cuffy got his ass cuffed.
Right.
Cuz. He's the one saying Meech did this, and she came into the courtroom and said on the stand that this is what she did in Meech's benefit. So if that's proven to be true, he ratted, no matter if he knew she was a CI or not. Because what he thought, if this is true, is never gonna come out on his name because he used her. But it got exposed once she started fucking the special agent. And then the whole plan blew up and Meech still had to do the time. So it's like, now you did that for nothing. You put some snitch shit on your jacket for nothing because you still had to do the time.
See, in my mind, though, you still got to prove that Meech
Did that.
used her because they coerce people to get on the stand and say all type of shit.
All kind of
to
shit.
make this deal work, you need to get up here and say this about
Yeah.
Meech. And
I'm
that
sure
might
you had
that-
a co-defendant that they tried to get you to tell on, and it didn't work.
And you have a point. If she was in the business workings, they could have easily been like, we're gonna attach you to this RICO if you don't become an informant.
right but
Because
she-
you might know X, Y, and Z.
she's already in the informant already.
Right.
What I'm saying is, if he didn't have no knowledge she's an informant, that's like somebody in here being an informant, and we talking about going to go do something the whole time. A person is an informant, and I don't know. Then it's like, how does that affect me in a sense because of somebody else choosing to go snitch? If I don't know you're a CI and you tell everything we talked about, then yeah, it's gonna be bad. I'm gonna get stretched the same way Meech got stretched, and it's still that shit is far fetched right now. Until they gotta, that's why that shit is tricky. You need the work to unravel. But I do want to say one other thing, even though it's gonna sound crazy. People that's in the system, things can happen without having traces of paperwork.
Cut just debunked his own
No, I
shit.
didn't because I know this for sure. But to say a third party informant, they have to have work on that CI regardless, though. For her to say Meech made her go do this and do that.
Well, that's what they saying. But they're saying the reason it's not credible now because she fucked this special agent. So now you could have been doing this out of lust for him to benefit him. We don't know what you're saying true now or not because his whole thing is to get the conviction to raise his career up. So by now he fucked you. I don't know what's real and what's not. You got a motive now to help him. So that's why the shit gets thrown out.
The whole point is
so we'll see when the details come out. But if you know 50 don't miss. That's all I'm gonna say. I never seen 50 lie on the nigga.
Nope.
50 say some shit, that shit be coming out facts, nigga. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not putting nothing on Meech.
Nelly fucked your first baby mama. What you mad at me for?
I'm just saying that nigga told DJ Khaled, yeah, we know where your mama and them stay. They
Damn.
thought he was playing, nigga, until they came with that video of his mama sleeping at the job.
Damn.
Like, nigga, stop playing, nigga. I'm closer than you think.
That's wild.
I'm just saying, 50
They
is
ran up on
calculated. We know
moms?
that. Ran up on mom, snoozing, nigga.
Oh yeah, mom's had to get it.
And this how cold. Hey, this how cold it is. They said French Montana got the footage.
Oh, not Frenchie.
And then him and DJ Khaled was, so 50 a cold nigga, boy. 50 get the nigga right next to you, tap you on your shoulder.
Yeah, that's foul.
We'll see. But look, let's move on though.